Привет, товарищи, and welcome back to Temujin's next leg of the journey. And I must admit, I have been extremely excited to continue this story. So, before I begin, let me bring you up to speed. As you probably have seen, our Tale of Two Scouts episode, which kind of bridges the gap between then and now, but allow me to take some time to kind of go over some of the finer points that I may have missed in that video. So by and large, I have been having people who don't have most of my combat characters who can't train anymore. All they've been doing is mining ore. And I've had this process now at this point because I've got so many characters. Even though it's not as efficient, I just completely automate it and just kind of let them do their thing. So if I were to unpause the game and put them on their jobs, they would just all run over to the iron mines here. They'd start mining the ore, bring it up. They bring it up in here. And as you can see, I've got 22 right now. And usually I just have somebody run over here and sell it. And that has been just a steady stream of income coming in. And that has allowed us to basically finance everything we need. Beyond that, though, we've upgraded our smithing capabilities to extraordinarily sophisticated levels. So, as you saw in our Tale of Two Scouts video, we found the Flats Lagoon, which has a store which will sell us advanced scientific artifacts. And we've been using that to slowly upgrade our technological capabilities. And now, at this point, I've had Izumi-chan, rather, become an absolutely stellar armor smith. Let me see if I can pull up her statistics right now. Armor smithing 84. So she occasionally actually will create master crafted armor sets, which are the most powerful armor sets in the game. They're the highest level armor sets in the game and the most valuable armor sets in the game. We have upgraded our capabilities to be able to produce plate armor sets, various high value heavy armor sets, including the crab armor, which I shall get into later. But regardless, what I'm saying is that this has allowed us to create very high level pieces of armor and has allowed us to equip our troops with very sophisticated armor sets. And way back, I talked about how I wanted to have standardized pieces of armor for all of our troops. Well, that vision has become a reality, as we shall go and see. On top of smithing armor, though, we've added another smithing production into the mix. Jewel has started to create crossbows, and what is her crossbow capability right now? 66. So she's creating high quality crossbows and can occasionally create specialist quality crossbows, which are excellent quality crossbows. And this will all come into effect later when I go over the makeup of our army, but crossbows have become a very important part of our military forces. At this point, I think this is it. This is all of the research that's left, which only requires books. So every research in the game that only requires books, we have at this point. And then, of course, some that require engineering research and advanced science books. So we're teched out to the extreme. Well, not the extreme. We're teched out as much as we can, to the limit. Our limit right now is what we're at, which is extreme. The maximum, to the limit. So as you've seen, we allied with the Crab Raiders at the end of the last episode. And this has been great for us because they've given us access to create and craft their armor, which is one of the most high value sets of armor in the game. And it has allowed us to create a pretty sizable profit for ourselves. And it has allowed us to create some of those armor sets for our own troops. And speaking of our own troops, I guess, let me jump into the army. Well, the army that we have right now. I guess it's not quite enough to call it an army yet, but basically I've got, well, I guess I did call it an army, the first army. So I've got 4 basic troop types in my head. But of those 4 troop types, there are 2 basic raw infantry types that we have, and that is the Golden Heavy Regular and the Golden Light Regular. So we'll start with the Light Regulars, which are the top row here. These are troops which are mainly built for speed and mobility. They are able to get in and out of situations quickly and able to travel across the world of Kenshi quickly and independently. So if we go into Chad's inventory, you'll see he has... I need to get him a thief backpack, and I will get him one eventually. But right now he's got a little backpack which is holding a sleeping bag and some ammunition, and this is again to protect him from acid rain or burning. He's got a dust coat in there. But the main standardized equipment of a light soldier is as follows. He has ninja rags, he's got a leather turtleneck, drifter's leather pants, and drifter's boots, and on his head he's got a rattan hat. And all of these all of these pieces of equipment come together basically to create a lightly armored infantry troop who is not hindered by any of his armor, but he has enough protection to be able to deal with most opponents, especially in the world of Kenshi, because most opponents or a lot of opponents more rather, are not armored. And then when it comes to his weapons, he has a katana and a ranger crossbow. So think of these guys. These guys are ranged troops first and melee troops second. So they specialized in ranged combat, but when it comes to close combat, they're no slouches either. They have a katana for defense and obviously train in dexterity, so they can be decent swordsmen if they have had the training. So these guys, by and large, are what I envision the replicant of the light cavalry, the Mongol light cavalry, to be. As close as I can get to them in the game, this is what they are. So, like I said, they're meant to attack at range by and large, meant to be mobile, meant to be able to move in and out of combat, and if things get too hot and heavy, they're able to get out of there quickly. Moving on to the front lines, which are the Golden Heavy Regulars. Let me choose. I'll show you. Get Sheiked Bud is one of our new recruits. She was a former Reaver who I captured and then recruited to our side, and she represents a very good picture of what a heavy looks like, although she does not have a backpack. Some troops have backpacks. She-Hulk has a backpack. Oh no, she doesn't actually. Maybe it's Muty? Yeah, Muty has the backpack. So she's carrying food, and she's got a sleeping bag. So some of our soldiers carry food and sleeping bags, and these are basically to keep people sustained. We also have, for example, Feed Me Please is a medic, so she has lots of medical supplies. And we've got a few medics interspliced with our troops as well. So some of them have specific duties, like some can carry sleeping equipment, some carry food, some carry medical supplies. But when it comes to the actual combat role, the role of a heavy is more close combat first, ranged second. So the heavy has the plate jacket, which is obviously a pretty decent medium. It's considered a medium armor class, but it offers pretty decent protection. On the head, they have an iron hat, a little bit more protection. I want to have, there's a drifter's leather pants. This is drifter sort of chainmail pants. Unfortunately, I don't have the technology to create chainmail yet. So eventually we will create chainmail, and I'll replace those pants with that upgraded version. But for now, they'll just have leather pants, and then we have plated long boots, and then once again, a leather turtleneck underneath. But when it comes to their actual combat capabilities, they have the spring bat. And this is a very interesting little weapon here. I'll read you the description. The spring bat is designed as... the spring bat is a modern invention. Designed by rebels in the formative years of the United Cities, it's easy to build and designed to have the power to punch through the heavy armor of dominating military forces. It pays for this with short range and poor accuracy. So basically, what these guys have is they've got... it's basically a slapped together crossbow that shoots out a giant metal spike at short range. So originally, I was hoping this would be more like a musket, but what it acts more like in combat is like the Roman pilum. So these guys get in there, get in close enough with the enemy to fire off their spring bats, and the volley of these spikes go through and hopefully rip through the enemy formation and disrupt them, at which point they can get in close with their secondary weapon, which is a short cleaver hacker class weapon, which is a great strength based weapon, which allows these troops to really focus in on the strength training aspect, and they can become quite powerful that way. So those are the two workhorse units of the Golden Horde army, so to speak. Beyond that, though, I have, I guess you could consider it an elite class of each of these types. So the elite light class is represented by POW, which I guess I'm calling the Golden Eagle class, mainly because of their crossbow. So the main difference here is they, by and large, are the same equipment as light infantry. However, they are highly focused in on range. So they have the assassin's rags, which give you a little bit of a crossbow effect. They have the straw hat, which gives you +6 perception, which increases your capability to fire crossbows. And then, of course, the major difference, they have the Eagle's Cross crossbow, which is the sniper rifle of the game. It can fire these long distance bolts at quite a range, and basically she is used to pick off enemies at a distance, get them, lure them out of formation to come to us. And overall, the Golden Eagles are basically our assassins and long-range scouts is what they are envisioned to be. Unfortunately, I don't have anybody to join her yet in this elite class, but one day I will. When it comes to the elite heavies, we have the Golden Immortals, which are represented by, I'll just move Temujin over here, which are really the Crab Raiders armor by and large. But as you can see, Temujin basically looks like a space marine at this point in his crab armor. He's also wearing a Hiver leather vest, and there is a small differentiation between Hiver classes and non-Hiver classes. The main difference is that they wear the Hiver class shirts. And then, because unfortunately Temujin can't wear a hat or boots, he misses out on those pieces of the armor. So Leaf is his other immortal class, and basically she's a giant tank. So obviously their purpose is they have a plank, which is a long-ranged heavy weapon. So these represent the strongest that the Golden Horde has to offer. Only the strongest of the soldiers can become immortals, can don this heavy armor, and can don the heavy weapons which are used in conjunction with it. And so obviously these are like our shock troops. These are our close range, hold the line, or kind of get in there and just disrupt the enemy formation as they're coming in. So like I said, these are super heavy, kind of almost tanks, as close as you can get to tanks in Kenshi. So we have these divided classes of troops, and each one of them has a different role to play in the overall sort of combat picture. And then of course there's Genus-kun, who is just in a class of his own, our skeleton medic / martial artist, and he will just remain that way. I'm thinking any skeletons which I end up recruiting will basically just stay as martial artists probably. I'll have maybe like an elite martial art clan led by Genus-kun or something along those lines. Either way, it's now time to present you with what you all came here to see, and that is hardcore bloodshed. So as I kind of left the last episode on a cliffhanger, this is it. This is the war which I alluded to. And of course, if it wasn't clear, the war is with the preacher cult. So as you can see, I only really touched on it a little bit on the last episode, but you can see the cult village right up here next to Black Scratch. And it's just like the perfect testing ground for our new army. Nobody's coming to help the preacher cult. Everybody hates these people. They're total psychopaths. And it's going to be a perfect, like I said, way to test our military theory And on top of that, it's the perfect way to test if we're ready to settle down. Because I feel if we can take these guys out, then I'll feel pretty comfortable that we can actually start a city. And I'm really hoping that within this recording session that I'm doing right now, we can take them out, and then I can actually start the process of establishing a city, and maybe, if I'm really lucky, found it, because I have found the perfect spot. There it is. Those goddamn cultists. So what these bastards will do is, if the cultists get their hands on any of your clan or any of your troops, they will pick them up. If they're not dead, they'll pick them up, take them back to their stupid little village, and they will proceed to hack them to death on top of their crops, because they believe that if they hack you to death on top of their crops, your blood will fertilize them and they'll have a good harvest. So very rational, clear thinking there, and obviously will definitely work. Would definitely work in real life, 100%. Blood is not an effective fertilizer. It has too much iron. So here they are, those smelly cultists. Farming away. So you see here, these little poles, prisoner pole. If they manage to capture any of your troops, they'll grab them, take them to these poles, and like I said, they'll start to hack at them until they eventually kill them. And then they'll scream something about how your blood will give them a good harvest and praise the moon. So the question for me here is, where am I going to set up? Because my whole philosophy, and I am hoping to do an episode that just focuses on the philosophy of the Golden Horde, or the combat philosophy of the Golden Horde, and really do a deep dive, because I have a lot more I could say, but I want to kind of get to the action. But basically, my thinking would be is that we would try and set up points around a city. Once I get to large troop numbers, we would set up points around the city and basically try and starve them out, harass and raid patrols in and around the city, and try and thin out their numbers until eventually we could get to the point where we could stage a final assault and overwhelm them and kill them. This ridge is not bad. It's frustrating. Either way. So yeah, as I kind of alluded to, the point is to have the main battle line set up in 2 rows, have the heavies in front and down below with the lights up high. Sorry, the reason for that is that friendly fire exists in Kenshi, and it's a real pain. So if you have your troops up higher, especially guys behind, you have to have the lights up high, and the reason is so that they can shoot over top of the heads of the heavies. That is, if they're in a formation together. Obviously, you never want to have the lights in front of the heavies, because their spring bats will just annihilate them. They'll just rip them apart. Alright, so this is where I'm setting up the battle line for now. So now I gotta try and draw some enemies into us. God, the range is like so ridiculous. I guess you can try and pick off one of these farmers. Oh crap, that's another thing you gotta make sure you do, is you gotta hold, by and large. Put everybody on hold first, and then the ones you want to move you take off hold. It's way, way easier that way, because at least your guys will hold position. Now I'm starting to think this may be not the best way. Okay, get out of there, get out of there. Pow. Shit. Oh, I took a bad hit. As you can see, a little bit of friendly fire there. Oof, that was some bad friendly fire. Wow. Okay, so now the fortunate thing about this playstyle is that it seems to require a lot of micromanagement. Because, like I said, friendly fire is a bitch, and also making sure these people don't lose formation is also not easy. So I'm going to take off some of our troops off hold position. Okay. So, or mainly our medics, more rather, off hold position, so they can go in there and do some healing. Oof. I've had worse injuries, says She-Hulk. Wow, the first wave looks like we held no problem. Oh no! Okay. That's not good. I think that means we have to abandon our position here. And take them off range too. Just for now, so they don't shoot the shit out of each other. So they can come in there and finish off this grass pirate. Someone called me out that I've been calling them glass pirates this whole time, and I just realized that they're friggin' grass pirates, not glass pirates. And maybe I just subconsciously called them that because they're like Glass Joe from Punch Out. They're like the first enemies that you fight. The first enemies. Yeah, this is a pretty risky maneuver, but I don't see any other choice but to pull the pirates into the cultists, and hopefully, you know, my enemies will thin each other out. I think we can deal with what's left. Let's see. Watch these guys. Oh, you don't have to be on hold either, guys. So everybody can get in there. So as you can see, the Horde has become much more proficient. Causing the ire of too many of the cultists. We gotta fall back as far as we can. Looks like everybody made it with only minor injuries. And see if anybody actually ends up following us this far. No. Looks like they're all falling back. Holy crap. This is a massacre. But it actually worked out pretty well for us, all things considered. These grass pirates did not come out of this looking so hot. These guys are gonna get hacked up for sure. Look, they already got one guy posted up. Oh my god. This is gonna be grim. I thought, wow, it looks like the cultists took very minimal damage. Kind of unfortunate for us. I don't have time to set up a line or anything like that. Oh my god. What is happening, guys? We massacred the other one so easily. I think it might have been that I accidentally clicked on one guy. It's not a good idea in this game. Now that the fight has spread out, it's a lot more in our favor. Fortunately, we did take some serious damage that time. That was so sick. You see that flying kick from Janice right to the face? Knocks her out. Janice is becoming unimaginably powerful. He is crazy powerful. Holy crap. Cult versus the pirates. But the cult is definitely winning. Have I started hacking anybody yet? Not yet. Look at this guy. He's farming with the pirate in his hand. Just put him on the pole, bud. Come on. Oh, fuck. Oh my god. They started it. They've started the cleansing. This guy's chopping one of his friends with another friend of his in his arms. Oh, he didn't even kill him, did he? Or is he dead? No, he's dead. Never mind. dead with a chopped off leg. It's another one of the principles I'm trying to emulate with this particular Golden Horde of the Mongol army, which is the ability to live off the land as much as possible. That's why some of them are Copa sleeping bags in case I need to put somebody down. If they get injured too badly, I can put them in a sleeping bag. They're fighting they're spread out. Oh my god, this is the time. I don't even know if I need to have ranged troops, especially because it's dark. And in the dark, ranged troops are much less effective. So maybe I won't even bother until it's daytime. In the meantime, I'll see if I can ambush any straggling cultists with my army and thin them out as much as possible. Oh, they're starting the cleansing. No, please. That's what that guy says. He's critical. And there's so much shit going on right now. Oh wow, another flying kick to the face from Genis. Genis is unreal. Boom. Whoa, Matrix style bullet dodges. Boom. Oh no. Oh, I took a hit to the head. Okay. This is not as good. Not as good. There's too many of them over here. We don't want to suffer the same fate as them, which is getting too spread thin. Uh-oh. Chad went down. Chad's been captured. This is not good. We'll have to get Chad back. At least they're using part of their manpower to just stay behind and hack people up. Fuck. Oh, you want to fight? Well, you're gonna win. You're tied up to a pole and bleeding everywhere. So, I'm not gonna put my money on you, bud. Boom! Another kick to the face. Oh, how did he block that one? I think we got Chad back. Yeah, okay. We managed to intercept Chad before they brought him back to the pool of death. Chad's back, baby. Man, what a messed up battle. This is people, three-way fights happening everywhere. Stop, please. I just... These psychopathic motherfuckers, man. Dying. Dead. Come on, get him, get him, get him. Man, I'm not a big fan of the grass pirates, but they don't deserve this fate, you know? Man, I think we might be able... We might be able to beat them just by getting extremely lucky here. Attacking them in the middle of the night. Oh, they're hostile to me just now. Just now. After I've been ambushing them consistently in the middle of the night and killing all of them. So we got extremely lucky with those grass pirates being our sacrifice. So we'll avenge them. Wow, we are just cleaning them up, no problem. I mean, these preacher cult characters don't have very good stats. They have, like, this weapon they have is good. Blood and dirt, give us green. I see Genis get some serious fights in there. Oh man, right to the gut. Oh, boom, boom. Oof, oof. So I didn't even show you guys Ray. Ray has been under some serious trials and tribulations in his time. Mainly just out, while my characters have been out mining, occasionally small groups of reavers come by and raiders and do decent amount of damage, and sometimes they take a limb or two, and in poor Ray's case, they have 3. He is slowly becoming more machine than Hiver, as he has robotic legs, both legs, and his left arm. So he's only got one bio arm left. Okay, I'm going to pause for a sec here. Wow, I think we might have won. Like, without having to do any crazy planning or trickery, just by sheer luck, we managed to attack them at the right place, be at the right place at the right time, and they're done. I think. Still alive and kicking, I guess. Who's Slick? Yeah, of course he is. He's injured though. So anyway, I can feel a little bit less pressured. We'll just wipe out what's left. Boom! Man, these guys are so dedicated to bringing back corpses. Both his legs are severely messed up. This guy, he's crippled. He's still trying to look for corpses. So you know what? You can go in there themselves at this point, honestly. Turn ranged on or off. We can probably... I think we could probably overwhelm them. It's almost over for the cult. We're through the gates. It's looking really good. Oh no, Stumpy got hit. Most of their troops are just slowly trying to crawl away. Well, it looks like we're going to save a lot of these grass pirates. Should I save that one? I guess. Oh my god, save him, Muty, please. Oh, you're gonna shoot him with the arrow? That's how you're gonna save him? Well, it's too late now. Oh my god. Okay, go actually save him, please. No! Kill that enemy. You know what? I'm gonna see if I can save them. Save that person. Oh, I can't even use first aid on them. Oh, they're dead. What is happening? Oh no! This is not good. Not good at all. A huge horde of them have emerged. They were in waiting. Oh shit, there's the preacher himself. Down he goes. Never mind. The preacher is dead. Or he's dying. He lost one of his legs. Well, let's hope for the best for our troops here. Why are you so far away, Skip? Wow, Derp has no way of fighting back. Both of his arms are crippled. Yeah, they're Derp. Oh, one of his legs is crippled. Leaf is exemplifying the immortal class, just being able to take tons and tons of damage and shrugging it off. Wow, I think we're gonna win. I thought things were gonna go south real quick there. Even Janice took a substantial beating. Ooh, even Temujin went down. It's because his head is exposed. God, that not being able to equip a helmet on your hivers or your hiver drones, soldier drones specifically, is a real pain in the ass. Oh, Temujin. Okay, no more range for anybody. At least anybody in the city right now. I think it's over. I think it's like legit over. Where's the preacher? Uh-oh. Spread their entrails for the birds. No. Let them be purified. Nope, you're the one getting purified today, bud. I gotta find the preacher, though. I need that bounty. Did you see it? It was 15 grand. There's the preacher. He's dying. Who still has the ability to actually run? What was Slick? Oh, Slick can run. He just needs to get his leg repaired. Alright, everybody move in. Wow, that was way easier than I thought it was going to be, but like I said, I got really lucky with our timing. Dead cultists everywhere. Yo, look at that. That is the highest class of weapon you can get in the game. A Meito weapon. Anyway, regardless, it's the best class that you can get. And I don't know, I guess Temujin obviously has to take that. I wonder what I'm going to do with these guys. Dying. Wounded. Output full. Recovery coma. Dying. Okay, well, now that we've clearly won the battle, I'm going to get old Slick here, who now runs at 24 miles an hour while holding a body on his... holding a body with him. I'm going to get him to take that body all the way to Brink. And I want to get my 15 grand bounty. I don't even think anybody lost a limb or anything. Wow, what a beautiful, beautiful fight. I guess now it's all over but the cleaning. Oh, that's what that is. Okay, a lot of people were like wondering what that fly buzzing noise is. It has to be this, like all the flies buzzing around the dead corpses. Because over time, corpses will start to rot and draw the attention of predators, which I'm assuming that's what that's signifying. At least we've taken over a city, but this is definitely not a place I want to make my main city. It's way too exposed. I mean, there's a reason why they were taken out so easily. So he finally made it to Brink with the preacher. I'm hoping it won't matter that he's dead. You can see he's long dead. He started to gather flies. Do I turn him into this guy? So if you cut a bounty, is he dead? You only get paid half for that. What? Lame. Okay, well, we've done it. I mean, I guess as far as I'm concerned, we've passed the test. So what that means is I'm going to start stripping that place for everything it's worth. And then I'm going to start building down the base. I'm going to leave some of my buildings intact. I'm going to leave some of what once was still there. However, most of it is going to be dismantled, put on the backs of caravans, and taken to our new settling point.